King Con was Saturday, and it was my first ever time selling at a show. How did that go? Stay tuned for this video from Bronzeville Comics. It is exactly 6 o'clock in the morning. I got up an hour ago, showered, shaved, packed the car. I think it's 12 long boxes and about 6 short boxes because I ran out of long boxes, and a box of slabs, and set up for a wall, and I am headed to King Con 2. So we're all set to go. Smart man.
I don't know if I'm smart. If I was smart, I would have, instead of buying my car, I would have just put the money in Tesla shares. Would have paid it in cash. You could put it in Amazon instead, or how about Netflix?
Oh, look, we have a celebrity. It's Streetside Anthony.
Hey, everybody. How you guys doing?
Hey there, everybody. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics, and I have been a little remiss on getting my YouTube content out because yesterday, Saturday the 19th, I, for the very first time, sold at a comic show. And it was King Con 2 in Island, New Jersey. And it was an awesome show. I had gone to the first King Con back in September. Got the early bird pass. Bought a ton of comic books. This time I was on the other side. And I was setting up selling for the first time. So it was an amazing day. And I'd like to thank Streetside Anthony. I couldn't have done without him. He helped me out. The guys who were with him, Nelson, Aaron, and Ian, also helped me out for my first time. They were just great. The comic book community is a wonderful community. Kind of everybody really chipping in, helping each other out. I was on the 3 Men in a Basement preview show earlier in the week with Otto. That was a great time. I was talking to Erod a couple days. He said, "Did you do this? Have you gotten change from the bank?" You know, all those sorts of things. So just so many people helping out to get ready for this first show. And that was just great fun. So I'd also like to thank everyone who came up to the booth and said hello. So many people. I was kind of blown away by the number of people who came up to me and said, "I've seen you on YouTube. I subscribe to your channel. You know, I like your content," all that sort of stuff. That was really appreciated. And early on when I started this YouTube channel, it was a little strange for me to see people coming up to me and just already knowing something about me, and they were complete strangers to me. But I've kind of gotten used to it, and I appreciate everybody who said hello and said nice things about the channel. That was really a big, fun part of Saturday's show. So the show was Saturday. It started early birds 10, but the vendors, we started setting up at 7 o'clock. Some people set up the night before, and everybody was telling me, "You're not going to be ready. There's always going to be something else. You're never going to be ready for it. Start doing it now." And I thought I had brought my to-do list with all the stuff to do on it, and oh my goodness, I wasn't ready. So on Friday, from 9 a.m. until well into the early morning hours, I was prepping. I was going through every book that I had. I had already priced out all the books. I graded them and priced them, and then I was putting the stickers on them for the prices. It was all from collections, and I was sorting the collections together so that my long boxes were in order. Alpha, and then by number. So every title by number. And some of the books were multiples of because the collections I had all had certain issues of Iron Man or the Incredible Hulk or the Avengers or X-Men. Or maybe 3 or more issues for each of those titles. And I got everything ready, everything stacked up by the door, woke up at 5 a.m. Saturday morning, and took a shower, loaded the car up. My wife helped me out, got everything loaded into the car, and actually on Thursday, and here's a picture of it, I built a wall because I didn't have a wall, and I did have books that I wanted to display. I brought 9 slabs with me, and I had a bunch of other wall books, and actually the wall books did pretty well at the con. So I had to finish that up. I had to make 2 trips on Friday. I think it was 2 trips Friday, or maybe 2 trips Thursday. 2 trips Thursday to the hardware store to get additional materials that I needed. I didn't have the right size, etc. Anyway, I got on the road at 6 a.m. after loading up the car. Got there at 7. And again, Streetside Anthony was nice enough to lend me his hand truck. Brought all this stuff up. Aaron helped me set up the wall. Got everything in shape. And I was also really lucky that the area where I was set up on the wall behind me, there were 2 nails already in the wall, so I was able to hang up the banner I had gotten. And I took, I had everything set up, and I was ready to go. And here's what everything looked like before the customers started coming in. So everything went really nice. It was fun just to see people coming in and out. Unfortunately, my buddy Joe from 360 Comics was supposed to help me with the setup and the breakdown, but something came up. He couldn't make it. So, unfortunately, I know Joe wanted to be there and wanted to be able to, kind of dig through boxes at King Con. So, we'll do something soon. And actually, on the channel, a couple of things in the channel update. I passed 20,000 subscribers, like in the week leading up to King Con. Not 20,000. I'm not very Gary. 2,000 subscribers on the way on the build up to King Con. And I haven't had the opportunity to do any sort of kind of giveaway for that. So I'm going to kind of focus on a 2,500 sub giveaway. I believe we're going to do our first show this Wednesday. Joe and I are going to do a collaborative effort. On every Wednesday, we're going to be talking about the new episode in the Moon Knight series. So I think we're going to be switching back and forth between our 2 channels for that. And we may also be doing a claim sale at some point in the future together. So some exciting stuff coming up. Anyway, everything was set up and people were coming by. Erod bought some big books. Some other people bought books, and it was good. People were able to dig through and find some stuff that they wanted. People come around with those lists with the little numbers X'd out of the runs they're trying to complete. Were able to find some things. I was able to talk to some other vendors, and what I wasn't able to do, being a seller, I wasn't able to shop, which saved me a lot of money. I picked up a few things, though, and that's kind of what I want to take a look at now. Is first, I had gotten on... Very Gary had done a Batman claim sale, not a claim sale, whatnot sale. I think it was on Thursday night. And I wasn't able to attend the whole thing, which I would have liked to, because he did have some really cool books, in the 130s, 140s, which I'm kind of looking out for. But I did get this one, and he handed it to me on Saturday. He says, I'm going to have to ship you an empty box just because it's whatnot. And he doesn't get his money until it's delivered to my place. Then one of the somebody who bought some books from me came up and had some books that he was looking to deal. So we made a deal for he had doubles of all these. Darkhawk #1, which is a little bit of a spec book in a lot of people's minds. So that's pretty cool. The first appearance of Kyle Rayner. And there is the chance, I think, that we're going to see Kyle Rayner in the HBO Max series. Young Avengers, I think that's number 12. So that's a good book. And then this kind of Chameleon appearance. And Chameleon's going to be in the Kraven movie. It's just a classic cover there. Is that McFarlane? Yeah, that's a Todd McFarlane cover. Chameleon kind of in the Spider-Man webbing. The whole time I was there, I bought just one book from another dealer. And it was one of the dealers in the room as things were kind of quiet towards the last couple of hours of the show. I went over, and I've been picking up some of the odder 90s books from the list that I've done. So this particular book is from 1994. It's The Incredible Hulk vs. Venom. And this is a book that was a UNICEF fundraiser mail-in. So you had to mail away to get this comic. And this copy looks to be in pretty nice shape. It's not pressable because it's an embossed cover, right? The Hulk and Venom are kind of raised there. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but it's a pretty cool cover, and it's one of the books that I had kind of wanted to get because it's a little bit offbeat. And there aren't a lot of sales of this. I think there has been a sale in a 9.8 since like 2020. So that was the only book I bought. Then Otto came over to me towards the end of the night, and he had his eye on one of the books that he wanted, and he had 3 slabs in hand. So we made a trade, and I thought it was a fair trade. He got a book he wanted, and he had these 3 slabs. Fantastic Four 211 in a 9.0. First appearance of Terrax. And if we see Galactus at some point, maybe we'll see Terrax. A lot of people have been speculating on this. I actually have a copy of this that that I think is like a 9496 that I'm going to send off to CGC. Then this book, this is the Cold Key. It's right West Coast Avengers 45 in a 4.5. The first appearance of the White Vision. Now this book was hot about a year ago, and it has since cooled off, maybe a little less than a year ago, when WandaVision was on. But, not spoiler warning, but, it's been about 11 months since the show was on. The White Vision is still around somewhere in the MCU. I believe he's coming back. Who knows? We might even see him in the Doctor Strange of the Multiverse of Madness. I mean, Wanda's going to be in it. Part of her story definitely involves White Vision. So this book is still a nice book to have. And then this book is another book. I picked up a copy of this recently. I think I have actually 2 copies of this I picked up recently. Another high-grade copy of Peter Parker. Actually, it's just Spectacular Spider-Man number 64, the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. Now, Cloak and Dagger had their own series. What was it, on Hulu? And, of course, that's kind of gone into the ether. I'm like, could we see them in Multiverse of Madness? All those kind of Runaways and, some of the kind of more fringe properties that Marvel has had. Are we going to see Reb Brown Captain America or Matt Salinger Captain America? Who knows? And those would be cameos that nobody would see coming. I mean, like I was really hoping for, and I got it when Ant-Man had a Garrett Morris appearance. That was really awesome. Anyway, so those were the deals I made at King Con. I did well. I had a great time. I was exhausted and sore from the experience. I did do a lot of research into how to set up for a show, what to do. As I said, I had my checklist. I think when I went there, I was prepared. The only 2 things I would do, I know I would do differently next time, is A, I have to get a place in my storage facility for the con boxes. I don't want to bring them into my house. I want to get them out of my house and put them in storage. Just because it's a lot easier than carrying them into my house at my storage facility. Pull a handcart up, boom, 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 load up the handcart, bring it to my storage facility. If I have a place to put it, I don't have to really carry the boxes, because carrying the boxes is difficult. I have to get my own handcart. I did borrow Street Side Anthony's, but he was so generous and accommodating. But for shows, I want to have my own. And the other thing, especially at my age, is I should have brought some Aleve, because I was sore. All the work I was doing on Friday, moving boxes around and getting everything ready, and then the prep on Saturday, at the show, well, to bring the boxes out to the car and all that sort of stuff, that was a lot. And so I would do that differently next time. But otherwise, I thought I was fairly prepared for the show. I had a great time. It was a phenomenal show. I was also happy that some of the people that came up to me that have seen this channel, that things were recommended to them, and that's how they learned about the show. That was great to hear. And one other thing. So the last hour and a half, my wife came with the kids so that they could kind of see the scene there. and what was going on at my first show selling. And my younger daughter, she kind of had, was a little bit starstruck, and she had to meet Very Gary, because we all know he's the rock star of King Con. Wherever Gary goes, his fans follow. So, she's kind of seen some of, me watching YouTube in the background and stuff. Some of the things that I've seen and talked about. So she definitely wanted to meet Very Gary. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, everybody there had a great time. All the other vendors, the YouTube and Instagram people, got to meet some other people, put, names to faces. And that's really part of this, building this comic book community. So I'm not sure when I'm going to set up again next. I do have to rest and take care of some other aspects of life and catch up on my YouTube content. I will be bringing you another video on Tuesday and Thursday this week. I'm just not sure what I'm doing yet. So I'm going to post this. This will be Sunday night. King Con was on Saturday. Again, thanks to everybody. Streetside Anthony, Aaron, Nelson, and Ian, they were a big help. 3 Men in the Basement for promoting the show, having me on the show preview. Erod, he was real helpful, and a really, great in buying some of my books. So all in all, it was a great time. I would do it again, just not tomorrow. I need some recovery time. So this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.